its own team, right? But if you go through those same double doors, you can go out almost and like at least see outside and kind of get away, jump on your phone, make a call, whatever you need to do. So feel free to just step out. You don't need me to walk you for that. There's also bathrooms out this door to the left and to the right, immediate left, immediate right. Did everybody get a token when they got in here?
A badge?
Okay, so who didn't get a token? 1, 2.
You mean a badge?
No.
What are the
No, you need
tokens?
a.
If you drove in
Oh,
to get out.
I need a token.
You need, okay, so I need about close to 10. Okay. Yeah, so you need the token. When we leave this evening, you'll drop your badge in a little mailbox drop you'll see at the security station before you go through the swivel doors, and the token will get you out the door. So you could break through the barricade, right? And say forget the token, but we'll make sure you have that. Okay, so I've been here since 2000, about 13, 14 years. Long time, doesn't seem like that long. Been doing LabVIEW since about, I'd say 2000. I did a little bit in school, but nothing like I started doing it here. And characterization, bench evaluation, test, right? I work on the bench, build up systems to automate the test, right? Because I can push buttons a lot quicker with LabVIEW than I can with my finger. And so that's basically what I do. I test all sorts of different devices. So we get the designers design the silicon. I get the first silicon or second and third pass, and I test it out, compare it to simulation data, right? And fill out the data sheet that way. Anybody else here do semiconductor test? Okay. So there's a little group here. Okay. Well, why don't we have, I guess I have another few things, but mainly just questions. But I think if we go around the room, we'll kind of find out answers to these questions, like who's CLD versus CLA. Maybe you can give your name, where you work, where you're from. That way we know. I think so far New Mexico's the furthest. I'm like 8 miles away, so I don't count here. Have you been to a summit before? Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and start that? We'll start over here with James.
Jim Cater, I'm a certified LabVIEW developer. I work as a software engineer for Sandia National Laboratories in a group that does production of components for the military, essentially. Rob Hertridge is my coworker, and he's the one that twisted my arm to do a presentation.
Good job, Rob.
Good job, yeah.
I'm grateful, Robert Hertridge, for being able to twist Jim's arm to come in and talk with you guys. I'm a CLA, an independent contractor in Albuquerque, but my main focus, and blessedly so, is to be working with Jim and his group in Sandia, mostly weapons related.
I'm Drew Johnson. I'm a certified LabVIEW developer. I'm working out of the Z machine in Albuquerque with Sandia Labs. It's a giant pulse power accelerator. If anyone ever gets the chance to come out, definitely be able to show you around. It's a great machine and a great place to work. My first summit, as I get more and more familiar and do more and more stuff with LabVIEW, my goal is to kind of contribute more and to be able to learn more. So I thought this was a great first step.
I'm Robert Holfelder, also from Sandia. Drew and I are in the same department there at the Z machine. I'll mention mostly we use LabVIEW. We use it for a lot of the control systems for the machine. There's a lot of kind of R&D instrumentation that we'll control with LabVIEW. And I personally, I've been a certified developer for about 2 years. I've been doing LabVIEW programming roughly half my time for the past 2 years or so. But I've actually been using LabVIEW on and off since about 1995. So, but yeah, very, very excited to be here. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I just want to thank our hosts.
And I'm Nancy Hollenbach, and I work for National Instruments out of Denver, and I am a field architect, which means I spend a lot of time outside of Denver visiting you guys and pretty much everything west of Denver with the exception of California. And so my job really is to help technical leads at some of our larger companies with the proficiency from an architecture standpoint and software development process. So great to be here. It's great to have you, see you guys here. And I know a lot of faces and names over the years, I think, in this room as well from Developer Days.
Sergey Belikov, it's NKMDT development in Tempe. So a company doing atomic force microscope, and I'm the software architect.
Tom Highfield, I'm a CLD. I'm actually retired. 25 years at Motorola, so another 6 at Viasat, mostly RF tests. I've been doing LabVIEW since 2000, I want to say. And starting to drift just to have a job in my retirement. I'm working my way towards the embedded side of things, which I expect to be slightly smaller projects, plus just a new field, something more interesting.
I'm Jason Dropman, and I work at Systems Integration Plus in Northeast Scottsdale. We have clients throughout the Valley and throughout the U.S., and I have been working with LabVIEW since 2003. I'm a CLD, and I'm working on my CLA to go get that pretty soon. And I'll be presenting today, so talk to you later.
Good.
Kelly Bursch with Maxim Integrated Products. I'm a CLD. Actually only been there since April. I used to work here. Been working with LabVIEW since 2001. Maxim is kind of fun. They hired me as their first full-time LabVIEW developer. And we're integrating some tests, automating some tests for them. Turned out to be really interesting. Learning a lot and working towards my CLA because I'm planning these projects, and that CLA training that I took, even though I haven't got my CLA yet, has really been standing me in good stead on planning this. So as soon as I get a little bit of time, I'll probably take my CLA to, it's like I've got the experience now.
Doug Kuntz. I'm with National Instruments. I've been with NI for about 11 years now. I'm one of the local engineers here in the Valley, and I work with our aerospace and defense customers here.
My name is Nate Maring. I work for Orbital Sciences. To work with Ryan over there, and we do launch rockets and satellites at Orbital. And our software that we write allows us to communicate and automate and facilitate testing and operations of those satellites.
Dave Gish, I work at Stryker Sustainability Solutions. I'm a certified LabVIEW developer, and what Sustainability Solutions does is reprocess and test used medical devices that then can be returned back to our hospital clients for reuse. So we do a lot of small scale testing, which we use LabVIEW for in NI hardware.
Neil Kunst, certified LabVIEW developer. Mostly semiconductor characterization, automation, but lately a lot of FPGA and embedded LabVIEW stuff, which I find really interesting and nice environment. So looking forward to doing more of that.
Hello, my name is Michael Briner. I'm with National Instruments. Been with NI for 12, going on 13 years, I guess. I do not feel worthy amongst you guys. I am currently not certified. I apologize.
Kick them out.
That's right. But you know, I feel like I'll help bring in the food for you guys. All right. You're welcome. Yeah. There you go.
Hi everybody, my name is Ryan Griffin. I work with Nate at Orbital Sciences. We do ground software for rockets and spacecraft. I'm a CLA. I've been doing LabVIEW since around 2000. I'll be presenting today, so you'll hear more from me.
My name is Iggy Cowling. I work at GE Healthcare. I've been using LabVIEW since it was LabVIEW 2 for the Macintosh in the early 90s, but I'm only a CLD. I hope to get my CLA now that I'm doing test system development and integration at GE Healthcare. This is my first summit, so.
Hi, I'm Brad Whaley. It's my first summit. Got CLD at NI Week and had a good time there. ASU graduate electrical engineer, turned LabVIEW integrator, consulting on my own, and been doing it for 20 years. So it's a lot of fun, good time.
I'm Frank Myers. I work at Freescale. We make sensors like accelerometers, gyros, magnetometers. I've been using LabVIEW for 10 years.
Monterey Weeby, also CLD. Work with a very small contracting firm here in the greater Phoenix area called Southwest Applied Technologies. Been doing LabVIEW myself for about 7 years now, specializing in data collection systems, automated test systems, and we do a lot of work with Frank here at Freescale on their magnetometers and gyros and sensors. But I got a real quick question for everybody. I noticed a lot of CLDs. How many people who have CLDs are actually interested in getting Architect? Mike, there's your answer.
Hey,
Get a class together.
Andre's been pushing for
I'm just saying.
class. The question really is, we just need everybody, we need to pick a time when it's appropriate and when folks can attend. So, I guess, beyond whether you can attend if you're a CLA, but who would like to attend advanced LabVIEW class if it was brought here to the Valley of Phoenix?
Or to Vegas.
Is that one of the ones that shows up on self-paced by chance?
There is one on self-pace. Nancy, do you want to speak to that?
You know, I haven't actually seen the self-paced version of the course. It's a tough one to do self-paced. I know the gentleman, I think, who was the instructor for it. He's really sharp. But the real value is having, 5 to 10 people in a room working through that course itself. And
the instructor has to be a certified architect.
What's that?
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, the instructors are certified. And actually, in my selfish little world here, I've got to get recertification points, and I haven't thought about that yet. And so I may actually volunteer to teach because I may need those recertification points pretty soon before I get booted out of the CLA group.
Well, let's target first quarter this coming year, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Together.
Yeah, because it's going to be cold in Denver, so I think that's fantastic.
So does anyone here, who doesn't program in LabVIEW full-time, where that's not technically their job? Because I personally go several months without doing LabVIEw. If I come back to it and you're kind of rusty, and then you get in that, what I call the LabVIEw coma, right? Once you get going again.
Yeah.
So that can be kind of tricky for me. And who, first summit? Okay, a lot of, yeah, that's great. And I completely second what Nancy said about the CLA Summit. I got to go the year before last, and 2012, and it was great. It was more than I expected. Here's how I put it. To me, NI Week is amazing. It's like the rock concert, and even when you go into the keynotes, it is like a rock concert. But to me, the CLA Summit was like backstage. It was like a backstage pass, and you're like if you can talk to Steve, and you can talk to these guys who are doing hardcore development and ask pretty much any question, right? And they can handle that. So that's great. I encourage everyone to. Not everybody wants to do CLA, but if most people who do LabVIEW like it, or they're kind of just won't do LabVIEW. There's people here that it would make their job easier, but we'll bring Jason in for it, and he's happy to help out. And me, I like doing LabVIEw. It's one of the more enjoyable parts of the job, so I keep doing it, and that's why I just stepped through the certifications. I wanted to mention, I'm going to try to get the microphone system working, but either way, please speak up. Nate has been grateful enough to record the session, so speak up so we can hear you. When you have a question, speak up with your question. And presenters, when you hear the question, if you can repeat the question, anything we can do to just kind of make it the whole thing understandable, and so nobody's kind of lost as we move along. Also, I'm the timekeeper, so I may I don't know exactly how I'll handle that. Maybe I'll give a 5-minute warning, just raise my hand or something, or just say it out loud, so we can keep things on time. We're running a little past right now, but I think we're okay. And I believe that's it. Anything else? Nancy or
do it.
anyone before we invite up the first?
I wouldn't mind adding just the refocusing on the generalized topic of developing professional software, and just in the context of that as we lean on one another in this community, and throughout the day of the discussions, in the back of your mind, reminding how do we each build ourselves, leveraging the community into becoming more professional in our presentation, in our software applications. Any little tips or tricks that you come up with throughout the day, let's make for sure that those are captured throughout the day so everyone can leverage them. That's the only addition I had.
Okay.
Very good.
Sounds good. Doug, did you have something?
No.
No?